Dear viewers, I humbly greet you wherever you are. My name is Senior Wandera Peter. Today we are going to look at common mistakes made in the topic of fractions. Fractions is a topic that is handled in various levels, in primary, in lower secondary, but particularly today I'm going to base in primary, more so in primary 5. My friends, in fractions, our learners always find it hard. At times, even the teachers fail to emphasize certain concepts, and they continue failing each and every other day, which we would not love to continue. There is what we call operational conceptual gaps. It's one of the basis of our mistakes that we always have and encounter when we are marking these exams for our dear learners. Now, operational conceptual gaps, our learners, they mistake the addition and subtraction in of fractions. Addition and subtraction of fractions. How our learners, when they find fractions with different denominators, for example, if we are adding 1 out of 2 plus 1 out of 3, our dear learners, they tend to consider these ones, the numerators and denominators, different and independent numbers. This is what they do. So error number 1 that they do, error number 1 is considering the numerator independently from the denominator. For example, the error 1, they say 1 plus 2, 1 over 2 plus 1 plus a third, a half plus a third. They always give this answer 2 over 5, which is wrong. Why? They consider these numerators independent and denominators independent. So how do we correct that? Dear teachers, emphasize this. When there is something of this kind, a fraction of this kind with different denominators, we first look for lowest common denominator, which we call LCD. How do we find the LCD? LCD is sometimes called the lowest common multiple, LCM. We can use an easy and the simplest way of finding the LCD. You look at your denominators, we use a ladder method. So we draw ladders, we draw columns depending on the denominators we have. For example, in this example, we have 2, we have 3. Then you find the factors that can divide these numbers, your denominators. For example, I can start with a 2. When I divide the 2 by 2, I get 1. But 3 cannot go into 2. So 3, we persistently take it to the next level. So since this one is done, we look at the other one, which is 3. So by 3, 1. By 3, this one is 1. Therefore, our LCD will be equal to 2 times 3, which is 6. Friends, after getting that, we consider our LCD to be our lowest common denominator. How do we handle it? We say our lowest common denominator is 6. Now we get 6, the lowest common denominator, and we multiply with each of these fractions independently. We say the first fraction is a half times 6 plus a third times 6, the lowest denominator. And the fractions we cancel. You emphasize them to cancel. We cancel a denominator by a numerator. Why do we cancel with this? Because every whole number is considered to be out of 1. So this one is out of 1, this one is out of 1. Because of that, this one is made to be a numerator. So that's why we cancel by 2, 1, by 2, thrice. Here by 2, by 3, 1, by 3, it goes there twice. Therefore, our answer will be 1 times 3 plus 1 times 2 out of the lowest common denominator, which is 6 friends. Now this one gives us 1 times 3, you get 3, plus 1 times 2, you get 2 out of 6. So 3 plus 2, you get 5. Then our lowest common denominator is 6. So friends, that one qualifies to be the answer. Thank you for watching. We shall meet.